Hey guys, give it up to the source of the movie, Ruth and Jeff Elliot, Royal Ambassadors.
Get up, it's time to slam now. We got the real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. All right.
Space Jam.
Wow. We can't thank you enough. I tell you how touched we are. This has been a very long road for us, and it's only fitting and proper that Vemma was here at the beginning of it. And a lot of people have asked us, why did you put Vemma in the movie? And much like, and you probably saw a peek of it in, we'll get the slides up, there we go. You probably saw a peek of it in the trailer. We start with Vemma, Lauren Holly at the beginning, much like the Titanic did, what they call bookends. So Lauren is at the beginning telling the story, and also ends on stage with Lauren telling the story, and then goes into the credits. And the reason for that is Vemma has literally changed our lives. It took us from near bankruptcy, financial devastation with both our kids being sick, and changed everything for us. And for that reason, we felt it was fitting and proper that they had a major part of the movie. And so I wanted to take a few clips. And so these are snapshots of the movie itself, so you can kind of get a feel for just how much Vemma is in the movie at the beginning and end. You can kind of see Lauren, you've already seen there introducing it. She's got several rows there, but then we get into the crowd. So if you were here last year, you're going to want to look for yourselves in the movie, and I've taken a couple sneak peeks at that. There we go. There's a few of you. I recognize some people, Jared and Vanessa there, and you can kind of pick yourselves out in the background. There's some more. Michelle Barnes, I see her there, and so there's several of you there that are going to be in the movie. We had Brad Sarver actually play a fireman and EMT in one of the rescue scenes that we did. So there's a couple scenes that you'll recognize him in there, helping to save the individual there from a car fire. And then we had Keith and Bev Rieger, other presidentials in the company that were in the stands. They didn't like the opposing team scoring there, so there's a sneak peek at what that looks like. So that kind of gives you an overview of just the role that Vemma will play and what all of you played in that. We can't thank you enough. But as we go on, the movie is going to be released February 1st of next year. And the reason for that is it's a small production, a relatively small production as movies go. And so we have hired the person that marketed God's Not Dead. A lot of you may have heard of that movie. And one of the things that we need is a lot of time in the marketing. And so, and we would also like to ask your help, because word of mouth is the best form of advertising. And that's how, one of the ways that God's Not Dead did it. We want to follow that suit. So if you want to go to whoviethemovie.com, help us out, like the page, and we kind of go from there. And then, Ruth, you want to tell them how the next step is here? Oh, you got that.
You can do that. Okay, so Jeff and I, we're not as familiar with technology and all these things. So when the marketing department told us yesterday, you just type Vemma Hoovie to 99000, our brains froze because you're like, what? And we weren't quite sure how to do that. So we made a visual, if you want to click.
Yeah.
Because we need to see, okay, how do you do that? But anyway, what they're doing is a stair-step release. They're looking for, how do you stay in touch with the film? How do you have the trailer? But more importantly, they need to hear from you to know where you're at, to market zip codes and see where the highest response is. So if you want the film in a theater in your area, text Vemma Hoovie 99000. Do it now. and begin the process so this gentleman who's doing the marketing can begin to put the theater in your area and help share the Vemma story on behalf of your world too.
So thank you. Thank you very much. And so if you would, take out your cell phones, iPhones, whatever, and text 9900, and then in the bottom put Vemma Hoovie, and then fill it out so that we know the zip code that you're wanting the movie to appear in. And if you're overseas, please fill it out so that we know what country you're wanting the movie to appear in. This applies to everybody throughout the world. And you can help us on a small budget market throughout the world and help bring the movie and Vemma to the rest of the world. So.
And then feel free to obviously share the Vemma or the Hoovie trailer now. We've shown it a few times in the past under very secret, don't, post. Now it's out there, it's available, and you've been the first to see it. But what Jeff and I would like to do now is to publicly thank Karen, Lauren, and BK Borrego for changing our lives from the day that we met them, both personally and financially. And to thank the Vemma Nation for all of your support in all of our endeavors. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Let's give it up for Jeff and Ruth.
Nice job, guys. Nice job. I'm going to go see that like 5 times. And the good news is Eric, Elliot, healthy, happy, married, kids, everything is normal. So praise God for that.